What's up, guys? Welcome to another motocross action video. Today we're getting a first look at the brand new Beta USA or Beta 450 four-stroke motocross bike. We've seen Beta come in with a 300 two-stroke. Now they have a 450 four-stroke. This is a first look at the prototype bike. My good buddy Carlen Gardner raced Supercross and motocross not too long ago. He is now the Beta off-road racing team manager, and he's here to tell us all about this bike. This is not exactly what we'll see when this bike comes out next year, but this is a very close prototype, and I'm super excited to get my hands on it, see what it's all about, and learn more about it in this video.
What's going on? It's Carlen Gardner. Yeah, here we are, Redbud Motocross to Nations. This is my first time out of Des Nations event. This has been a long process for us to get here and support Jeremy Vanhorbeek, who's racing today or this weekend, and introduce our all-new 450RX. It's been in the works for some 2 years. I've been in on it a little bit, and I've been pretty in the dark on it, but everyone gets to look at it at the same time I do. This is an all-new model. We have four-stroke models similar to like the 430 and the 480, but this is a complete rebuild, engine top-down, an all-new motorcycle, and we're getting to check it out, and I'm excited to be here. The Beta company is off-road known, the enduro motorcycle. That's where it thrives, and it's been wanting to get into the motocross market for some time, and Beta introduced the 300RX a couple years back, and I got to be a part of that process, and that was super cool, and we got to race some motocross on it. But the ultimate goal is Supercross and motocross in the United States, and Jeremy Vanhorbeek and the SDM Corse Beta Team has been overseas racing this model bike for the last 2 years, developing it, trying to come up with the best public available pre-production model that it can be. So this is the first look at it. It's not exactly what we're going to see, as Josh said earlier, but it's about 95% here, and this is a good look at what it's going to be. And I'm excited to take this into the off-road side too at some point. We race off-road in the Works GNCC series with these off-road bikes, and it's going to make a good transition there, and then it'll feed into the motocross side, supercross side. Be a good transition. Yeah, so this bike is an all-new engine, all-new ECU system, all-new wiring to compensate for the motocross scene, supercross scene. The frame is similar, the ergonomics are similar, the width, the length, that's all the same. The weight's cut down for motocross. The transmission, like I said, the engine top to bottom, I don't know the exact specs, cylinder, head, piston, transmission. This is an all-new bike, so it'll be good to see. I have actually not gotten to ride it, so that's why I was saying this is the first look for me. I get to look at it and talk about it with everyone else who's coming by, but it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so the SDM Corse Beta Team was hired to race this bike in the MotoGP, MXGP series, and at the time the bike completely didn't exist, and so over the last 2 years they basically each round almost are developing a new bike, and they're testing new things every single time, and that's very tricky. Jeremy has been awesome for the company and representing that and knowing that he's developing this motorcycle for years and years to come for us. And so what he's done in the series, he's been top 10 all year long in the 22 series, doing great things and making a great name for this motorcycle to introduce here into the States. So this model right now will be released as an early 24. So early spring in 23, it will start hitting showroom floors and taking orders. And if all goes good, you might see it in 24 Supercross, but wink, wink.
Awesome.
So with the Supercross background, all I've ever known is racing, and I was fortunate enough to come across and learn the management side and work with the team and work with Brian White on the Supercross side that I had. And that gave me a little bit of knowledge, just enough to get into the management side of the manufacturers. And taking on this job of team manager with Beta USA, it's been a big learning curve in learning the ins and outs of manufacturers and how it kind of all works. And seeing the behind the scenes, it's pretty crazy. Even with a small company like Beta, the stuff that goes on is tremendous. But I get to be a part of all the testing processes and the building of the bikes and seeing what goes into this, and I get to ride all these models, and I'm so looking forward to riding this bike and doing a lot of the pre-production testing and bringing in people that I know to do pre-production testing and get this thing to where it needs to be and where it can be. But I'm fully confident that we can take this bike and Beta to the next level. Beta makes everything in-house in Italy. Beta's a family-owned company. A lot of people think we are tied to the KTM side, which isn't true. It's actually a pretty cool deal. Beta's family-owned since 1905, still the same family that owns it. it's a family atmosphere. We're not corporate, and we like it that way. And that's the welcoming that the Beta family brings, and the difference between us and other brands. That if you talk to anyone that owns a Beta, they know they felt love. They know what the company's about. And everything's made in Italy, and we distribute everything from California at the headquarters and sell it to your local Beta dealer. Yeah, it's awesome to be here representing Beta. Like I said, we're a small company, so to be on this big of a stage is a huge step in the right direction for us. And getting to work side by side, or at least watch the SDM Corse team at that level, the MXGP level, it's kind of a huge asset to me. I mean, I've never been that close to that level of a team. And it makes me feel really comfortable with where we're at and where we're going to be. So I'm stoked to be here and helping out, talking with people and helping the team out, and it's good.
All right, guys, so now we are in the SDM Corse Beta Factory Semi, checking out Jeremy Vanhorbeek's 2 race bikes you have here. For the MXGPs and for the Motocross of the Nations, you're allowed to have 2 bikes, so that's unique. You don't get that in AMA Nationals or in Supercross, but Carlen gave us a good rundown of what the prototype version of this bike is all about, the 450 4-stroke from Beta, the pre-production 2024 model. Super excited to see what the production bike might look like, very close replica, but these are the race bikes. So now we're getting my personal first look, hands-on, checking out the race bikes that Jeremy Vanhorbeek has been riding for the last 2 years in the MXGP series. Long story short, it's awesome to see another manufacturer like Beta step from the off-road market into the motocross market, and we're excited to have more bikes to test. As a test rider, I can't wait to ride another bike. It's got a steel frame, but it's not a KTM, it's not a Husky, it's not a Gas. Beta is their own brand. They make all their motorcycles in Italy, and I'm excited to see what Beta USA is all about with their new 450 4-stroke. Hopefully we'll get our hands on it early next year, and look forward to sharing you guys more information about that bike once we get it as well. So stay tuned, motocrossactionmag.com for more news and more coverage from the Motocross of the Nations. Thanks for watching. See you next time.